What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City live stream, live from the JSGC headquarters, watching the live watch-along of the Manchester City game in the Premier League at home to West Bromwich Albion. Before we crack on with this live stream, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content and you want to help to support the future content that is created on this channel, then subscribe. We are aiming for the big number before the year is out. 15,000 subscribers. We're less than 700 subscribers away. So if you're watching this and enjoying the content, then please do subscribe. That would be much appreciated by me. It is free. Don't forget also to leave a thumbs up on this live stream too. As always, we're aiming for minimum 100 likes. So any help towards that would be much appreciated again by me. If you want to go and follow me on my social media, then you can find the links to them in the description below. You can go and click on them links to follow through to my Twitter and Instagram. It's also on the screen just below me too if you want to go and search for me and follow me on there. Email also in the description below and on the screen too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. This video is sponsored and brought to you by OneFootball. I will be using the OneFootball app to keep you all up to date, not only with the latest scores happening from around the grounds tonight, but also with the latest statistics and team news that we'll be using for our short preview, which we'll get on with in just one moment. But if you do want to go and download the OneFootball app, that will keep you up to date with all the latest news, transfer news and the latest information, then all you need to do is press that link at the top of my description. That'll take you through to the download page to go and download the OneFootball app. We have got a promo video just like always, which we're going to roll right now. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. So thank you very much to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. That is much appreciated. If you do want to download that link and you want to help to support the future content that is created on this channel, then do press that link at the top of my description. So without further ado, I think it's about time that we cracked on with this live stream and the preview. So, in the chat, we've got Adam tuning in once more, going for 4-0 there to Manchester City. I will give my score prediction later in the stream when I've done my preview for this game. Robert Robinson once again tuning in as well. So, thank you very much to Robert Robinson for tuning in, one of the JSGC regulars. We've got Jake in the chat as well, going for an easy dub here for Manchester City. I hope so. I do hope so. Hello, Bob. Thank you for tuning in as well. My dad tuning in as well. Looking for a big win tonight. I certainly hope so. Mixid also tuning in. Both will be moderating the chat evening there. Thank you once more for tuning in. We've got our mum, my mum anyway, tuning in as well. Hello there. Thank you for tuning in. We've also got Sean tuning in as well. We will speak about the team in just one moment. Dad going for 3-0 to Manchester City. Bob going for 5-0 to Manchester City. And we've also got Anto in the chat as well. Going for, at least we've got Phil Foden starting, which we'll speak about with the teams right now. So, like I said, we are going to be using the OneFootball app, which we are on right now. Looking at the Manchester City game, got a live countdown on there. We're 24 minutes and 18 seconds away from kickoff. Where to watch the game is being streamed live on Amazon Prime Video, which you can get a free trial for if you're not wanting to pay the subscription fee to watch tonight's game. We will be watching on Amazon Prime Video. That's where we'll be providing the live stream for. Not too many games for Manchester City are on Amazon Prime, so I'm not too sure how the stream and everything's going to link up. Hopefully it'll be nice and quick, nice and effective, and we won't be too far behind the natural state of play. We've got a live league table. Manchester City currently sitting in 9th place. West Bromwich Albion currently sitting in 19th place. West Brom needing some points, and Wins currently sitting 3 points behind Burnley already in the relegation zone. Manchester City know that if they can can win tonight, that'll take us on to 22 points and will take us up to into the Europa League spots and into 6th place. And back to behind the little chasing pack that we've got in front of us. So that's what's on the line here for Manchester City. But we've got a live tracker as well, which will keep you up to date with the live commentary if you cannot tune in for the game. And then, of course, like I said, we have got the lineup. So let's speak about them important lineups. So Manchester City, we're going with Ederson in goal tonight. Cancelo right back, Benjamin Mendy at left back, Ruben Dias and Nathan Ake starting. Interestingly, on the bench is Aymeric Laporte, and I thought Laporte would have been starting today. So there we go. We've got Rodri starting alongside Ilkay Gundogan, and I'm going to presume it's going to be one of Kevin De Bruyne or Phil Foden sitting at the top of that midfield. I'm quite tempted for that. I reckon it'll probably be De Bruyne sitting at the top of the midfield, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Foden there and possibly De Bruyne heading out onto the right-hand side and Sterling on the left. I also wouldn't be surprised to see De Bruyne through the middle, Sterling on the right and Phil Foden on the left. If that's the case, I'm going to be ecstatic with that. And also we've got Gabriel Jesus starting up top for Manchester City. On the substitute bench, we have got Zach Steffen, Aymeric Laporte, Kyle Walker, Riyad Mahrez, Ferran Torres, Sergio Aguero and Bernardo Silva. A very strong attacking bench that from Manchester City. Interesting, like I said, we've got Laporte on the bench. I'm happy that we've got Aguero back on the bench, so he must be showing some kind of fitness, which is really good for Manchester City. And like I said, we've also got attacking players, Bernardo Silva, Ferran Torres, Riyad Mahrez, that can all come off the bench to try and make a difference for Manchester City. That is, of course, if Pep Guardiola needs these players and if he ends up making more than one substitute, which is calling for 5 substitutes, yet keeps making 1 substitute per game, which is quite strange. So there we go. Moving on to West Brom, they've gone with Sam Johnstone in net. They've got Furlong at right back and Kieran Gibbs at left back. They've got Ajay and O'Shea at centre back. Jake Livermore in midfield alongside Romaine Sawyers and Gallagher. They've got Matt Phillips on one wing, Dean Garner on the other, and up top they have got Carlin, Ahir and Grant starting up top for West Brom. On the bench they've got Lee Peltier, Branislav Ivanovic, Callum Robinson, Filip Krovinovic, is that how you say his name, David Button, Kamil Grosicki and Charlie Austin. So we'll see what West Brom are capable of, but this is a formality for Manchester City is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting Manchester City to be put through their paces. West Brom will sit very deep in this game, and I'm wanting Manchester City to really take the game to West Brom and look to score lots of goals, get their confidence back up, and pick West Brom off is what I'm looking for. The later we go into this game, and if we don't score, we're going to be under a lot of pressure. If we don't win this game, I'm going to be very upset. I'm going to be very disappointed. This is a game, West Brom, struggling West Brom, at home. I'm looking for Manchester City to win. I'm looking to carry on keeping a clean sheet. I'm looking for Manchester City to score goals. I'm looking for Manchester City, in my honest opinion, to score at least 3 goals in this game. My score prediction for this game is 4-0 to Manchester City. However, I wouldn't rule out it being a closer game than that, and West Brom being very firm and defensive at the back. Also, if Manchester City can have things go in their favour, such as Manchester City breaking down West Brom early and getting an early goal and getting an early-ish killer second goal, then we could be on course for a good evening for Manchester City and a very long evening for West Brom and Manchester City to score lots of goals. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens there. But I don't think this will be too much of a classic game. I imagine it will be very one-way traffic, very possession-based from Manchester City, and West Brom trying to hold firm. For neutrals watching, they want West Brom to hold firm for as long as possible. If City can get that early goal, then I'd suspect that it will be a bit of a formality here for Manchester City. But it's the Premier League. Never take anything for granted. We'll see what happens. So we've got Among Us tuning in once more, going for 5-0 to Manchester City. Kevin De Bruyne, man of the match. We've got Clark's man tuning in, so hello there. Junaid Khan tuning in once more, saying he's feeling sorry for Laporte. I feel a bit sorry for Laporte and why he's not getting into the starting 11. I don't know why. I really do not know why. Maybe you're right. Maybe Pep's forgotten about him, but I don't think that's the case. But I just think Man City are just using other options. I'd have thought would have gone with Laporte to give him some game time and see what he can do. But there we go. We've gone with Ake instead. Will Laporte start at the weekend against Southampton? Will he not feature? Will he feature in the Carabao Cup? Who knows? There's plenty of games, plenty of rotation. But I find it a bit strange that Ake's coming ahead of Laporte. So read into that what you will. Anto Bland, maybe you're right. Maybe you are right. Maybe he's really happy with Nathan Ake and he wants him to go with him ahead of Aymeric Laporte. What it's fair to say is Man City are making a lot of squad rotation there. Epic Lad going for 4-0 to Manchester City. Manchester Blue going for 4-0 to Manchester City. We've also got Premier League channel tuning in going for 6-0 to Manchester City. And we've also got JP tuning in saying 3-0 to Manchester City. Bro, it's mono. No idea what you're on about there with Irish guys' videos. I don't know what you're on about, I'm afraid. Robert Robinson going for 5-0 to Manchester City. So interesting, really, really interesting. Hoping that Manchester City can break down a stubborn West Bromwich Albion side and really take the game to them and score lots of goals, and then we could all move on to our next game, which is an away match against Southampton. What I will say is it's nice to have a Premier League game, not a Champions League game, but a Premier League game in midweek. You always feel like with a Champions League group stage game, you have other games where you can really improve and make a difference, whereas with this game, there's no going back. City need the win. City need these 3 points. If we don't pick up 3 points, it's a disaster. City really facing a really difficult season. These are games that I'm looking towards City not only to win, but to win and win big. And City need to be taking confidence from home games against teams in the relegation zone. So that does include West Brom, unfortunately for them. Gamba, I feel sorry for Laporte too. Squad rotation, Pep Guardiola. It happens. Laporte hasn't really put a foot wrong either, which I find interesting. Junaid reckons that this will be a close game. Bro, it's Momo going for 3-0 to Manchester City. Venom going for 8-0 to Manchester City. We can have crosses coming in from both sides there, Rowan. And Epic Lad saying he's happy to finally get Phil Foden starting in the middle for Manchester City. Which I'm always happy to see Phil Foden starting for City, so I'm looking forward to seeing what happens there. So we have still got the Wolves game going on at this moment in time, so we'll just speak about and watch that whilst we speak about what's going to happen to... For this game. So Manchester City, of course, in their last game drew 0-0 with Manchester United in the Manchester Derby, what was one of the most boring games that I think anyone's ever seen ever. A really boring game. So City needing to follow that up with a nice positive result here. As I'm just watching the Chelsea-Wolves game. There's 2 minutes to go. It's currently Wolves 1, Chelsea 1 at Molineux. So all games this Premier League week. So that means today, tomorrow and Thursday, all Premier League games in the United Kingdom are being streamed live on Amazon Prime. Interesting point you make there, Rowan, about Man City's midfield. I feel like we're a midfielder short too. Someone like Housamauer would really suit our midfield. I've always said that. I would like to see Housamauer at Manchester City. I like Ilkay Gundogan. He's a decent. He's a good squad rotated player. I think there's better players out there for Manchester City. I think he's a good option. I just don't think he's a starting 11 player for Manchester City. But a good option if there was to be injuries in midfield or needing rotation. If you start saying he's a starting 11 player for City, then I'm not so sure. I do feel like, though, we are just a player short in the middle. Well, that's my opinion. Dad keen on the big carton there. Venom keen as well. Drinking from the carton, respect that. It is mine. So it's just me that's drinking from it, so got no problem with me drinking from that. It's near enough empty, but that's what we'll be drinking tonight. It is a school night. It's a working night, okay? We've got work again tomorrow morning. So no alcoholic beverages for this evening. As Bob wants Manchester City to make a move for Patson Daka. I'm not so sure Man City will make a move for anyone in January, if I'm honest. I look at Man City and I feel like we're maybe a couple of players short. That's what I think. I think City will maybe try and target to improve for improvements in the summer, because Pep's already said that he is happy with the squad. I would like us to see us really target and try and bring somebody in, even if it's just a nice little settling in period. If City know they want a player, they've identified a player that they want to sign in the summer, bring them in January and give them a few months just to really settle in, because I really felt that helped Aymeric Laporte, and that helped to develop him into a good quality player for Manchester City, because he was able to have a little settling in period because we signed him in the winter. So we'll see. Venom, no alcohol for me, not even for donations or anything. No alcohol for me today. I'm at ease with that. I'm at peace with that. That's fine. It's not a problem. Isn't a problem. Zakari is a good option to consider for Man City, particularly in defensive midfield. If Fernandinho won't be offered a new contract and he'll be leaving Manchester City, then I think it's important to allow their Fernandinho long-term replacement to integrate, so to speak. And what better way to have them learn than to learn from Fernandinho still being here? So if we wanted Zakari, then I would like to see us make a move. Lionel Messi, I'm sure we'll have plenty of updates throughout January on that one. I'm not so sure I see him leaving Barcelona, if I'm honest, but we'll see. PSG are being linked more with Messi than Man City at this moment in time. Theo Hernandez, not really heard anything on that front. Haaland, I have heard. I will give an update on my next transfer update, which should be out on Thursday sometime for everyone to look forward to. And we'll have an update on Erling Haaland, as apparently Man City have identified him as the striker that they do want. I'll go into more detail on that on Thursday for everybody to look for. No replacement. I agree, Anto. No replacement for David Silva. A bit of creativity there. I feel that's one reason why City is struggling a little bit to create opportunities and score goals. Always a difficult thing to comprehend with when a quality Premier League proven player like David Silva, a World Cup winner, a player that lives and breathes winning and quality, leaves your team. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. I don't see Fernandinho retiring. I think he's still got some good quality to offer some teams, and I can see Fernandinho going on for at least another 2 or 3 seasons, at least. So I think Fernandinho will leave City at the end of the season. Makes me sad. I wouldn't rule out Sergio Aguero possibly leaving Manchester City at the end of the season too. It depends how ruthless Man City feel that they need to be in that striking position. One thing I'll put out there, though, if Sergio Aguero needed to leave this summer on a free for Man City to bring in someone like Erling Haaland, would you take that? Would you take Aguero leaves to bring in Haaland? Or would you rather Aguero signs a new contract and we keep it at that? We'll have to see. What do I think about Arteta? I think he's in a doomed job at Arsenal. Just don't think that's a good fit for him. I think Arsenal's demands and expectations are too high for what he can deliver right now. I think that Mikel Arteta, if you was prepared to give him a few seasons to develop and improve and get better and invest in him, then I think you'd have yourselves a good top quality manager. However, I just don't think Arsenal will allow that to happen, and because of that, that's going to put him under pressure. I don't think that that was a good move for Mikel Arteta. I think Arsenal would be looking for someone more experienced, someone who more develops for the short term. But considering the investment that's in at Arsenal and struggling to really spend money and bring good quality players in that they're looking for, they're always going to struggle no matter who you have in charge. As Wolves have won it. Wolves have won the game. They've scored in the last, literally near enough the last kick of the game. Wolves have taken the lead against Chelsea. It's Wolves 2, Chelsea 1. A last-minute goal, a last-minute drama. A blow there to Chelsea. A decent counter-attacking goal as well. Yeah, thank you for tuning in, FIFA. Just doing a bits of interaction. I'm getting carried away. I am getting carried away. Mixed City, I've just seen 1-0 PNE against Barnsley. Is it away from home at Oakwell, I think? One legend after the other leaving Manchester City. I'd like to see Aguero retire at Man City. If I'm honest, I'd like to see City go out there and sign a long-term replacement for Sergio Aguero whilst Aguero is here. I'd like Aguero to have a 1-year extension, see what happens from there, but bring in a quality striker. And I would try to look to utilise Gabriel Jesus. I also think we're an attacker short. If we want to use Bernardo through the middle, I think we're an attacker short out wide. And so I think Jesus could be an answer for Manchester City out wide. He hasn't really been utilised out wide, but he could be utilised out wide. As Chelsea now try and bring the ball forward. As it's Neto with the goal. As Wolves have come from behind in the second half to more than likely win and pick up the 3 points there. Late bit of drama. I've never really seen Lautaro Martinez play, so I can't really comment. Look at his stats. He doesn't really set the world alight. Doesn't kind of deliver too much on the big stage, you know, like the big European nights for Inter and stuff like that. I look at Haaland and he does. He seems like a big game player, and I'm impressed. I'm very impressed with what I see with Erling Haaland. Whereas with Lautaro Martinez, in the limited games that I have seen with him, I've never looked for, oh yeah, we should spend big on him. I mean, I've heard ridiculous prices mentioned for him. Ridiculous prices. As Chelsea have sent their keeper forward 2 minutes over time. Corner kick, last kick of the game. Corner comes in. It's not a great corner. Goes back out. I think it's gone out for another corner. So this looks like it may be the last opportunity of the game. Needs to be a better ball in than what was delivered then. It seems if this goes in, it's a corner. It's cleared by Wolves. Referee's allowing play to continue. Another ball comes into the box. It doesn't really beat the first man. Wolves should nod this clear. Referee's still allowing play to go on. It's a throw in here to Chelsea. Keeper's running back, but I'm not too sure why he's not just stayed forward, because Chelsea will put another ball into the box. It is this time won by Chelsea, but it ping-pongs up. Wolves need to try and clear their lines. It's intercepted by Wolves. They can bring it forward. They've got themselves a free kick. Is he going to try and lob the keeper? No, he's just taking it forward here, and surely that will be full time. Although Wolves driving into the penalty area now. There's an opportunity here for 3-1. Has a shot, and it's just high and wide over the bar by Neto. It was a big opportunity, but he's screaming and shouting, and he's screaming and shouting because it is the big 3 points there for Wolves. It has finished Wolves 2, Chelsea 1. So a big, big win that for Wolves, and a little bit of a blow there to Chelsea. A hard-fought victory for Wolves in what seemed like a decent game there. All the action coming in the second half. So that leaves us nicely, because the next game will be the game happening at the Etihad Stadium between Manchester City and West Bromwich Albion. Just like always, make sure before we do start with this live watch-along of the game, make sure that you do subscribe. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. I want 15,000 subscribers before we hit 2021. It's less than 700 subscribers away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. If you're watching this and you haven't subscribed already, then please do subscribe. It is free. Also, leave a thumbs up on this live stream if you are enjoying the video. We're only 5 likes away from 50 likes. We're aiming for 100 likes minimum on this live stream. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also social media links in the description below and on the banner below me too if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below and on the banner too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And also this video is sponsored and brought to you by OneFootball. So if you want to help support the future content that is created on this channel, then go and download OneFootball, keeping you up to date with all the latest football news and transfer news. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. Thank you very much to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. If you want to go and download the app, go and do so via the link at the top of my description. I do apologise also for the little technical issue there, which I have now sorted. But yeah, go and download the OneFootball app. Keep you up to date with the latest football scores, stats, news, transfer news, all that good stuff. So please do go and download that. That will also help to support the future content created on this channel. So the players are out. We are ready for kickoff for this Premier League game. Manchester City taking on West Bromwich Albion at the Etihad Stadium. Looking forward to this game. Hopefully Manchester City will win this game. We'll pick up the 3 points and yeah, we can score goals, get a confidence, have a good game in front of us. We can really enjoy our evening before moving on to the game at the weekend against Southampton away. I think that Wolves game just demonstrated right now that you must play to the whistle. Play through the whole 90 minutes and added time. You cannot afford to switch off. You need to be switched on from when the whistle goes for the start of the first half right until the whistle goes for the end of the second half. You need to be switched on. And I'm hoping Man City can pick up the 3 points in this game. And so we have kickoff. We do have kickoff for this this Premier League game. It is West Bromwich Albion playing in their what looks like their Catalan colours, playing in yellow and red, getting us underway. West Brom attacking from right to left. Manchester City attacking from left to right. Man City playing in their normal sky blue swimming pool kit. And it is Manchester City with the possession as Ederson already far out of his goal. Maybe about 20-25 yards away from goal. It's a bit strange, but there we go. As Man City approach forward, Nathan Ake plays a long ball which is intercepted by West Brom, so they can come forward with the ball. My score prediction, I'm going for 3-0 to Manchester City. There's Ederson with the ball. Passes out to Ake. Do I think Torres will reach his potential? We'll see. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. As City drive forward here. Cancelo, De Bruyne, good flick. We were 1-2, but it does go out of play for a goal kick there to West Bromwich Albion. So Manchester City looking to try and get forward after a couple of minutes and make something happen. Not to be at this moment in time. So it's a goal kick to West Brom. Sam Johnstone brings the ball forward. Man City win the initial header before being cleared by West Brom. Ball ping-ponging around on the right-hand side. West Brom now in the attacking third of the Manchester City half. Can't get a ball through, so they just work the ball backwards. Good bit of play. Although nearly intercepted by Raheem Sterling for a potential counter-attack. West Brom do still come away with the ball, though. Another decent bit of pressing from Kevin De Bruyne. West Brom do still come away with the ball, although eventually picked up by Manchester City. A bit all over the place at the moment, West Brom, but their pressing seems to be doing the trick. As a ball played forward, Nathan Ake's quick, will intercept the ball, but the flag is up for offside. So Manchester City will have a free kick inside their own half. It's been a bit of a lively start, this one. West Brom certainly not being as defensive as what I was expecting. As Manchester City now pick up the ball in midfield. Played forward. Ruben Dias back into the Manchester City team. Flicked nicely by Raheem Sterling. A bit of an extra touch unneeded there by Joao Cancelo means West Brom can win the ball back and come forward. Although a good slide tackle by Ruben Dias ensures that West Brom just hoof the ball long and Ederson can pick the ball up. It hasn't been a bad start at all for West Brom. Certainly coming out of the blocks more than what I was expecting them to. So it's Rodri with the ball in the middle. Nothing too much on at this moment in time for City. Though it is being driven forward now by Ilkay Gundogan. As we've now got nearly 75 people now tuning in at this moment in time. So thank you very much for everybody for tuning in. Hello and welcome. Nathan Ake with the ball. Passing it around very nicely here for Manchester City. It's nice for City just to have a little bit of possession, a bit of the football, after what seemed like a pretty decent start from West Brom. A good crossfield pass. Cancelo now on the right-hand side. Trying to find a bit of space. Ilkay Gundogan plays a good threaded pass through. Joao Cancelo just plays it off the defender and gets Manchester City their first corner of this game. So a decent bit of play there from Joao Cancelo. So a chance here for Kevin De Bruyne to put a ball into the box from this corner. De Bruyne standing over the ball. Does put his ball into the box. It's won by West Brom, and so cleared. I thought that would be a free kick, and is a free kick there inside their own penalty area after a challenge from Rodri on Gallagher means that West Brom do come out with a free kick. So a good opportunity right now to mention that if you are watching this live watch along, then please do feel free to support me and the content that we're producing on this channel. You can do that by leaving a thumbs up, aiming for 100 likes. We're only 37 likes away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. And also subscribe, it is free. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Aiming for 15k subscribers before the end of the year, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. And also, this video is sponsored and brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, the best footballing app out there, just press that link at the top of the description. It'll take you through to the download screen to download the OneFootball app. Downloading the OneFootball app means that you can stay up to date with all the latest football news, transfer news, and all the other good stuff such as live statistics, live commentary, live league tables, and all that stuff, as well as keeping you up to date with all the latest football scores from around the grounds, around Europe and around the world. So we've got Demar tuning in once more. So thank you for tuning in. As West Brom send a ball into the box. And Man City will bring it away. Mark, I'm very well, thank you very much for this fine, cold Tuesday evening in December. How are you? So we're through 7 minutes already. It is Manchester City 0, West Bromwich Albion 0 here. West Brom aren't being anywhere near as defensive as what I was expecting, as West Brom drive forward. A big chance here for West Brom. The shot comes in. What a save from Ederson. What a chance for West Brom to have taken the lead. A bit of a tame shot in the end from West Brom, and Ederson manages to get a good fist onto that and just push it aside. Really poor bit of play that from Manchester City, and a brilliant opportunity for West Brom. The ball was way too close to the goalkeeper, so the keeper is able to make the save as the corner comes in, the cross comes in. It's eventually cleared by Manchester City. It's West Brom that have got the upper hand here in the first 8 minutes at the Etihad Stadium. I was expecting West Brom to be parking the bus to not take the game to Manchester City, but definitely they are taking the game to Manchester City, and West Brom should be 1-0 ahead if it wasn't thanks to the decent save made by Ederson just then. City now coming forward through Rodri. Raheem Sterling dropping deeper. Rodri looking for the space. Plays a cross-field pass. Goes out to the left-hand side. It's Phil Foden picking the ball up. Kevin De Bruyne now. Into Ilkay Gundogan. Was a decent save, Lupreme, from Ederson. Tame effort on goal, but a save that needed to be made nonetheless. As Cancelo puts a strange ball across, and it's eventually cleared by West Brom. And Ruben Dias will come away with the ball, and he's bundled over, which will be a free kick there to Manchester City. So Grant with a great opportunity there for West Brom. West Brom maybe lacking a little bit of a quality striker there. The ball is way too close there to Ederson. Wasn't a clean strike at goal, but a good save nonetheless. A save that needed to be made, and I think that'll do the world of good for Ederson's confidence going forward as well. Just an all-round sloppy bit of play that from City. So offside and a free kick to West Brom here. Sam Johnstone hooves the ball forward. We'll just go to his opposite counterpart and out for a goal kick to Manchester City. So Ederson takes the goal kick quickly. Decent ball out to Joao Cancelo. Testing his distribution there. The Chelsea match was a good match. And it's 2-1. 2-1 to Wolverhampton Wanderers. A last minute goal from Wolves. As Manchester City come forward. Another good crossfield pass out to Benjamin Mendy on the left-hand side. It is left though, and we'll go out for a goal kick there. What is Mendy's hair? What is happening there? What is that? I'm not one to speak about hair, but that's horrendous. What is Mendy's hair? I'm all for wacky and crazy and being different. Nah, not keen on Mendy's hair. Would love to know your thoughts on Mendy's hair, but for me, not keen. Looks like a chicken. What is happening there? As Manchester City pick up a free kick after 11 minutes. I was looking for City to be pragmatic and nice and attacking and showing their authority for the start of the game, the first 10-15 minutes, and it's been West Brom that have done that rather than Manchester City. Though City have got themselves a free kick here in a decent position. It is around 45 yards out for Kevin De Bruyne here to the left-hand side for him to put a ball into the box, a quality cross into the box. Can we have a Kevin De Bruyne speciality? He dinks a ball in. It's deep. Too deep, and Sam Johnstone can collect. Not a good ball in that from Manchester City. And Sam Johnstone sensibly just keeps hold of the ball and waits for the West Brom players to spread out into space. So we're only 33 likes now away from 100 likes. Decent effort, decent effort. Sam Johnstone hoofs the ball forward for West Brom. Mendy with his chicken haircut intercepts the ball with a decent header. Ilkay Gundogan with the ball now inside the West Brom half. Being brought forward. Here's Raheem Sterling on the right hand side like I predicted in my preview. Ilkay Gundogan. Into De Bruyne. De Bruyne looking for space. He's tackled, but only the ball just drops nicely to Nathan Ake. Ake exchanges passes with Gundogan. Ake to Mendy. Mendy trying to drive forward, forced backwards though. Back to Ake. De Bruyne now on the left-hand side. Into Phil Foden. De Bruyne once more. Gundogan. De Bruyne. Good exchange of passes. This is a decent bit of play from Manchester City. It's Foden. Can he get a ball across? Mendy now. Driving forward. Mendy does get a ball across, but the offside flag is up. Wasted that from Manchester City. A good position. And West Brom come away unscathed. Didn't think he was offside there, if I'm honest. That's a poor ball by Sam Johnstone. And Man City do come away with the ball now. Cancelo. Bit of a heavy touch. Drives it across. Intercepted by West Brom after Sam Johnstone had it covered. No one there to wrap up for Manchester City. So instead it's De Bruyne on the outside of the penalty area. Into Rodri. Gundogan now. Looking for City players in space. Rodri puts a ball into the box. It isn't a bad ball and it's headed out for a corner there to Manchester City. They're appealing for an offside, but I don't think the flag has gone up. So it will be a corner here to Manchester City. We're only 30 likes away now. Ace. That's what I'll say to that. So a corner from Manchester City. It's flicked on in the middle by West Brom. City will pick up the loose ball on the outside of the penalty area. Ball gets played across. Mendy now. Looks a bit uncomfortable, but does well to keep hold of the ball and play a pass out as well for City. Mendy at right back. Plays a ball across. And he'll go and follow the ball across. So he goes over to the left-hand side now. Rodri exchanges passes with Gundogan. Gundogan now works the ball out to Benjamin Mendy. Phil Foden set loose on the left-hand side. Can he drive a ball across? He can. Sam Johnstone does well there to keep the ball in, possibly. No? I think it's gone out for a corner there to Manchester City. Unlucky that from Sam Johnstone. Good bit of play that from City and from Phil Foden. So another corner here for City. This is much better attacking intent from City. As City now get into grips with the game, which is always good to see. So another corner here for Manchester City. Corner comes in. It's cleared once more by West Brom. Ping-ponging around in the penalty area. They do clear their lines now. Only as far as Ilkay Gundogan. Olivia, hello there. Thank you for tuning in. So good ball out. Can City play a ball across? They can. Thought it might have been offside there, but the offside flag stays down. And City get themselves a throw in here inside the West Brom half. Mendy passes it out. Ruben Dias now. Joao Cancelo. $25 likes away. We're getting the likes in today. We're getting the likes in. I like it. Me gusta. Me gusta. Ake. There's a run. It's too deep. Too deep and out for a goal kick there to West Brom. Weren't a good ball that out from Rodri, to be fair. Was he onside then, Sterling? He would have been onside, yeah. It's frustrating. Hello Ian, thank you for tuning in. Joining me at the JSGC headquarters. Much appreciated. So Sam Johnstone now with a goal kick here for West Brom. Goes long once more. Ball is flicked on well by West Brom. And they try and come away with it. Eventually, City though can win the ball in their own penalty, in their own half, and bring the ball forward. Nathan Ake now to Ruben Dias. City coming forward. Joao Cancelo on the right hand side. There's a decent pass out. Kevin De Bruyne on the right hand side. Players taking it in turns as to who wants to play on the right and on the left. As he puts the ball into the box, which is gathered easily enough by Sam Johnstone. It's nice of De Bruyne though. Try something new. See what happens there. Trying new ideas. Always good to see. Sam Johnstone does read it though and collects the loose ball and can roll and distribute the ball for West Brom to try and launch their own attack. They bring the ball forward and it's just straight to the hands of Ederson so he can get Manchester City going once more. Thank you Anna, much appreciated. Your kind words are appreciated by me. As the ball's hooped forward by West Brom. Will be won back by Manchester City. Through Rodri. Plays a pass out to Raheem Sterling. Ian, I'm very well, thank you. How are you? Jesus is dropping deeper and the offside flag is up. As that's up against Phil Foden. It's twice now I think Phil Foden's just drifted into an offside position. Bit of a tight call that, but there we go. Good to hear, Ian. Mendy wins the header. So a bit of a nasty challenge that, and that will be a free kick to City. Tackle on Ilkay Gundogan inside the City half. A scissor in motion in from behind. From Livermore. Bit of a nasty one. Roughing up that of Ilkay Gundogan. No card given. Thank you, Ian. I appreciate it. Glad to see that you are enjoying the content I am producing. Always my aim. Aim to please. Thank you, Imran. I appreciate the support. I'm glad you're enjoying the watch along, and I'm happy that you said you're tuning in from Jamaica, so I would like to know where everyone's tuning in from. I am always interested. Sam Johnstone makes an early call out and ends up putting the ball into the stands there. Bit of a sloppy play that from West Brom. But best to remove the danger if in doubt. As Satveer is going for Manchester City to win 3-0. Joao Cancelo now. So West Brom's made it through the first 20 minutes unfazed. Had the best opportunity certainly of the game with a low shot by... it's a good ball. Mendy has a volleyed shot, I think. Goes over the bar. His haircut's horrendous. It's really bad. Thank you, Huzifar, that's how you say your name. So Sam Johnstone once more. Who's the ball forward from a goal kick? It's won by Manchester City, so they can come away with the ball. Bit of a pensive start this from City. Which is definitely not what we're looking for. Sloppy pass that by Rodri, which means West Brom can come away with the ball. Thank you, Hassan. I appreciate your support as well. So good header won though by Rodri, although given away once more, but the offside flag is up. Well, that's an interesting question, Anna. I'm not sure. I haven't really seen many shots of Pep, if I'm honest, as we're now 20 likes away from 100 likes. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Subscribe as well if you are new around here. Aiming for 15,000 subscribers, and also, if you haven't already, go and download the OneFootball app via the link at the top of my description to stay up to date with all the latest football news, transfer news, latest scores, things like that. Best footballing app out there. Go and download it. Why not? Excuse me, we're 19 likes away now. Making some real good strides in this first half. Man City, though, aren't currently being held 0-0. I think it's a bit harsh to say that we're being held, considering I feel like West Brom's had the best opportunity and took the game to its first 10 minutes, although the last 10 minutes or so has pretty much been one-way traffic from Manchester City. No decent opportunity to report of as of yet, although could change. De Bruyne now. Into the penalty area, driving forwards. A good block by Gallagher means Manchester City have themselves another corner kick. As De Bruyne has a corner. Corner comes in. And the header comes in just over the bar there by Manchester City, which will be a goal kick. It might even be a free kick, but I think it's a goal kick that's been given to West Brom. It's going to find it difficult to score from there, if I'm honest. I think it was Rodri that ended up winning the header. No real pace on the ball. Nathan Ake is completely flattened out there. Referee immediately in the background there is saying no penalty. Don't really play the ball there, if I'm honest, but there we go. So a good bit. That's a good challenge actually from Joao Cancelo to try and win the ball back. He's unlucky with his efforts, and West Brom can come away with the ball. Intercepted though by Mendy. And Foden now can drive City forward. So we've coasted through the first 26 minutes here. It is Manchester City 0, West Brom 0. Ake now. Ilkay Gundogan. Mendy with his new hairstyle. Rodri. Cancelo in a central area. Tries to dink one through to Sterling. Doesn't really work. De Bruyne puts the ball into the box. It's defended well by West Brom. All the efforts that City have put into the box haven't really had much conviction or precision, and they haven't been very good balls in. De Bruyne now, playing the ball forward. Raheem Sterling exchanging passes with Foden. Foden tries to have a shot. It's blocked, although City do come away with the ball once more. Trying to knock at the door. Testing the West Brom defence as it's sitting very deep at this moment in time, which is why City's having a lot of the ball. As Sterling trying trickery to get through. Can't, and it will be out for, I think, a goal kick there to West Brom. Might even given a free kick there, actually, as Raheem Sterling tried to win that ball back. I don't think there's too much in that challenge, but there we go. As Sam Johnstone hoops the ball forward and City once more win the ball back and come forward. Cancelo on the right hand side. Raheem Sterling now. Into Cancelo. No real options there. Takes a heavy touch and West Brom can come away with the ball. It's been very sloppy this from City. Very, very sloppy. Ball brought forward by Sam Johnstone. City win the initial challenges in the air and do come away with the ball once more. City dealing with the aerial threat well when West Brom are trying to clear their lines. Trying to keep that consistent pressure on. Rodri now. Ilkay Gundogan. Into Cancelo in a central area. Can't find anyone, so it goes out to Sterling. Rodri does well, keeps hold of the ball. Thank you, FIFA. As Ilkay Gundogan has the ball now. Phil Foden. Mendy. Tries to exchange passes through back to Foden. Doesn't quite make it and is intercepted by West Brom as they cleared the ball long. Nathan Ake trying to win the ball and does enough to get the ball after the West Brom attacker did well to get himself into a position to have won the ball in a good position there for West Brom. FIFA and Suka, I'm very well, thank you for this cold Tuesday evening here. How are you both? Good ball threaded through now. Sterling, can he do something with the ball? Tries to play it across, and there is the opening goal of this game. It's Ilkay Gundogan. Great pullback by Raheem Sterling. Gundogan's in the right place at the right time just to smack the ball home and put the ball into the back of the net. Sam Johnstone looks disgusted. I think that's Manchester City's first shot on target of this game, but I'm going to take City going ahead in what has been a pretty lacklustre performance from Manchester City so far, but I'll take that. I'll take that. Perfectly onside, keeps the ball in play, squares it across. Nothing wrong with that goal from Manchester City. A good pass from Raheem Sterling, looks up, and Ilkay Gundogan makes a good clean connection to make it Manchester City 1, West Bromwich Albion 0 on the 30-minute mark. We've had to be patient, but we've got there. We've got what we want. be fair, I'm currently on, as we speak, wait 5 seconds so we get to an overall round time. There we go, bang on 31 minutes now. There's a chance here for West Brom. It's a good shot by Gallagher, but doesn't challenge Ederson, and it is just wide. So West Brom looking for an instant response there. Ilkay Gundogan too easily pushed off the ball there for my liking. After just scoring. Ederson did have that covered, just pulled his hand back to make sure he doesn't need to make the save. No cider tonight, Mixed. It's a working night for me. As Nathan Ake brings the ball forward here for Manchester City. City do get the lead now, which is always good to see. Hopefully now City can really push on and look for that killer second goal. Get that killer second goal, then we can really push from there. Aaron, not on a working day, I don't. I haven't once on doing my live streams done it on a working day. As Ilkay Gundogan driving Manchester City forward here. Raheem Sterling. His pullback getting the assist for Manchester City's goal. Ilkay Gundogan putting Manchester City ahead on 30 minutes. It's Gundogan with the ball now. Rodri trying to take Manchester City forward. Poor pass out from Rodri means that West Brom will come away with the ball though. And they do clear their lines. It is a big carton now. It's a very big carton. Although, it's a very nearly empty carton. But I do have a second carton. Oh, I can hear people at home delighted at that news. We have fun on this channel. As Ilkay Gundogan brings City forward. City just floating like a butterfly right now. Can we sting like a bee? As Mendy puts a poor ball across and is collected at the near post by Sam Johnstone. Mendy's hair is ridiculous. Every time I see a close-up of it, it's just, what's going on? What is happening? What is happening with the hair? I'd say that's the biggest talking point, actually, of the game. It's a poor giveaway from City. Trying to drive forward. It's cleared, headed back to City, and they can pick up the ball. 16 likes away from 100 likes. Zach, glad you said that. We're keeping more clean sheets. We're record-breaking keeping clean sheets. City love clean sheets. And it is good to see with our defensive performances and how frail we have looked at the back. We look solid. We look organised. We've got a leader at the back in Ruben Dias. He's made a ton of difference to the City back four. Nathan Ake, I'm hoping that he can stay injury-free now and can show his quality and why we've brought him in as well. But we just look more reassured. We look more confident. We've got a confident Joao Cancelo that's doing a job at right back and at left back. We've got a Kyle Walker that's hitting form for some games as well. And we just look better. It's costing us goals, looking better in defences. We don't look as fluent, but at the back anyway, it is a big, big positive for City this season. City have had 75% possession of this in this first half at this moment in time. Cancelo now, shooting opportunity, has a shot. Sam Johnstone, straight down his throat, makes a straightforward save there for West Brom to keep it at just 1-0 to Manchester City here. That's another good opportunity. Yes, Dan. Take down one of these bad boys for every goal. And if we score 4 or 5... Woo! We're certainly going to be full of energy, to say the least. Ake's a decent signing. Just hoping he can stay injury-free. That's what I'm looking for. We do need a bloodthirsty striker. A striker that can put the ball in the back of the net. Get one of them sorted. maybe then Man City can start to push forward and get back to what we know we're capable of and what we have achieved under Pep Guardiola in his tenure at Manchester City. So Ilkay Gundogan to Phil Foden. Works the ball to Benjamin Mendy. Mendy now. Ilkay Gundogan. Been a lot of huffing and puffing from Manchester City. Hello, Ntakozo. I hope you are well. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, brilliant skills there from Cancelo. Shrugs off one defender. Twists and turns, has to go backwards. Can't shrug off the second to get a ball into the box. So instead City are forced backwards. It's Ruben Dias. Let's see if we can hit a ton. I think that would be the aim before half-time. Can we get that 100 likes before half-time? That would be absolutely brilliant. So if you're watching this and you haven't left a thumbs up, please do leave a thumbs up. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. So good ball forward here, Phil Foden. Can he get it across? No. Out for a corner there to Manchester City. A decent position that for City then. But nonetheless, we do have a corner. But yeah, if you're watching this, please do leave a thumbs up. Subscribe too if you're new around here. Aiming for 15k subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. And download the OneFootball app through the link at the top of my description. Phil Foden saw that as a weighted opportunity straight onto his knees. It's a corner to Manchester City. It's Kevin De Bruyne to take. Can we capitalise on one of these corners? Corner comes in. It's not a bad corner at all, and Cancelo gets a shot away, but he cannot make clean connection, and it does go wide for a goal kick to West Brom. It's not a bad ball in at all from De Bruyne. Just Cancelo just couldn't make a clean connection with that. Right idea, not quite the execution. How many times have we said that on our live streams over the last few weeks? Too many for my liking. As we have a shot of Pep having a conversation, but because they're having to distance, can't quite see in shot who he's speaking to. So it looks like Pep's speaking to an empty chair. So there we go. I said 15k, not quite at 18k yet. Yet being the key word. I think the bigger question is, does Aguero want to leave? Is the question. As we're now 12 likes away. Ruben Dias with the ball. Ruben Dias is normally our last line of defence, but Nathan Ake seems to be playing in a deeper role than Dias tonight. Wondering how much that's going to influence City's game. As Sterling driving forward on the right-hand side. Jesus dropping deeper. Had a very quiet game, Jesus. Not really been involved too much as he goes down under a hefty challenge by Gallagher. Gallagher's committed two or three challenges in this first half. Surprised there's not been any yellow cards yet. He just follows through. A bit reckless there, and City do win a free kick here and a chance for De Bruyne once more to put a ball into the box. As a yellow card does come out, I said he's committed 2 or 3 challenges that have been a bit needless. So Conor Gallagher goes into the book. More importantly, City have themselves a free kick in a good position here for Kevin De Bruyne to put a ball into the box. Can we get that killer second goal before half-time? That would be brilliant. Not really a shooting range. It's a bit too far out wide. Looks instead like De Bruyne is just going to cross this ball in. Can he have it pinpoint accurate? It's an Ake forward. Diaz has gone forward. Rodri forward. What could De Bruyne do with the ball? Puts it into the box. It's too deep. It's not a good ball in from De Bruyne. De Bruyne not at his best tonight. Not at his best, as we're now 10 likes away. as we get a nice replay of the tame effort by West Brom in the early stages, which saw Ederson make an important save, and then we get a highlight of Ilkay Gundogan's goal for City. Gets a thumbs up from Pep. Speaking of thumbs up, leave a like on the stream, because we're only 9 likes away from 100 likes. Can we get there before half time? As I sit up and I've just ow, my hamstring, just twisted my hamstring a little bit there. I'm injury prone. I'd fit right in at Man City. Fit right in. Eight likes away. We're making good strides. Good strides. I think we can hit 100 likes before half time. I think we can. As West Brom pick up the ball. Inside the City half. Driving forward. Good tackle and interception. Although well won back by Gallagher. Looked like it was a free kick to West Brom, and a free kick is given to West Brom in a position where they can maybe put a cross into the box. A foul committed on the right hand, Man City's right hand side, West Brom's left hand side by Joao Cancelo. Just go through the back of him. Is a free kick. So the cross comes in. West Brom, it's ping-ponging around. City do clear their lines into nobody in particular. It's headed back across. It's not cleared at all from City. And the shot comes in. It's 1-1. West Brom have equalised. Not really anything happening there at all. And West Brom have an equaliser. It's Manchester City 1, West Brom 1. A goal out of nothing. Takes a deflection, takes it away from, it's a J with the goal, but it takes it away from Ederson. Pep takes a drink, plenty to think about, and City do concede their consecutive clean sheets, disappears just like that, and it's West Brom with the goal. It's a poor clearance in the end, it's a good head forward, bit of a disappointing one that from City, just twists and turns, takes a shot. It's not really any power on the shot, no real accuracy on the shot. All a bit in slow motion, but a goal. Just as we've been praising the defence of it, it takes a massive deflection from Ruben Dias. Massive deflection. It completely fools Ederson. Takes one step to his right-hand side, diving to his left, cannot make the save, and it is, and Pep looks very frustrated there. Manchester City 1, West Bromwich Albion 1, so some hard work here for City to get sorted, and certainly not in the script. West Brom looking to try and cause an upset, haven't been too brilliant this season, but haven't played badly at all in this game, and so plenty for City to think about going forward, particularly into the second half. City looking a bit flat, nowhere near at their best. Need to be working a bit harder to make it happen. All a bit lacklustre from City at the moment. Look a bit tired. Looks like what it is. It's a decent pass from Sterling. It's not really red from City, and West Brom can clear their lines. There is a player down for West Brom. Sense a bit of time wasting, considering we're only 40 seconds away from half time. Not too sure why Sterling didn't just go down there. Looked like a free kick, but there we go. Keeps hold of the ball. It's all gone a bit flat and disappointing. Looks like we're not going to hit 100 likes before half time. Looks like we're going to go in level at the break, barring something magical happening right late in these latter stages of the first half. Raheem Sterling now. Rodri. Driving forward. Can't make anything happen, so it's Cancelo, although Rodri keeps hold of the ball. Goes down under a challenge. It's a throw in there to Manchester City. One minute added on, so we've got 30 seconds here for City to try and make something happen. It's Kevin De Bruyne now. There's one more opportunity. Dinks a ball forward. It's won by Raheem Sterling. Tries to find space. Isn't really much on for him. And gets a throw in there for City. But that could well be that. City getting a rush on. But that'll be half time. And it is. There we go. So it is Manchester City 1. West Brom 1. Plenty for City to think about in this second half. So not fluent from Manchester City at all. We've looked a bit shaky at the back. West Brom should have scored in the early stages of the first half. They didn't, thanks to a good save from Ederson. I think it's a bit of both, and a poor shot from West Brom, from their forward, meant that it did remain at 0-0. Manchester City then took the lead. It took us 30 minutes to actually muster up any opportunities and get our first shot on target. The ball was played across by Raheem Sterling. He managed to look up and find space for Ilkay Gundogan just to drill a first-time effort into the back of the net, and was all expecting one-way traffic there from Manchester City. And instead, it's just been a pretty lacklustre. And West Brom managed to get themselves a free kick in a good position to put a ball into the box. City failing to clear their lines properly, and in the end West Brom managed to muster up a shot which takes a heavy deflection and goes into the back of the net. Amazon have actually given the goal as an own goal to Ruben Dias. Takes that much of a deflection, although it looked like it was on target from a JE, so I reckon it should have been in a JE goal, but there we go. So plenty, literally plenty here for Manchester City to think about, and certainly not in the script what City were looking for. City far from their best, and need to improve in the second half. Need to improve. So yeah, West Brom have got something to work with. I mean, going off how they've played at the moment in that first half, I don't think West Brom are just going to settle for the point. I think they're going to try and take the game to City in the second half. West Brom have been, I think, poor to say the least in the Premier League so far this season. Yet they're turning up against City, and City being too lacklustre, allowing West Brom to play and make things happen. It's just been very, very frustrating. Very frustrating from City. We'll see what the reaction is on Twitter. Not too much out there. The Man City went over 10 hours without conceding a goal and went in levels, all come out of nowhere. It's just been poor from City. Really poor. Need to be better in the second half, definitely. Need to be 100% better. They haven't been punished for it. Stats, I mean, City 77% possession compared with West Brom's 23. 6 shots from City, 2 on target, 4 for West Brom, 2 on target, 1 goal apiece. Must do better in the second half. Need to be having more shots on target. City's pass completion rate at 93%. West Brom's at 68%, but we're not creating anything. Having corners, crosses into the box, but not making too much happen. It's been like cruise control for City. I can understand us playing like this if we're 2-0 ahead and we're cruising towards a victory, but we're not. And it's been all too casual from City in a game that's so important that we do pick up a win. We don't pick up a win. I think City need to seriously consider where they're heading towards in the season, because this is a game that I'm looking for City to be to be winning, and in my opinion should be winning comfortably, as Joao Cancelo has picked up a yellow card for some incident involving the referee at half-time, a needless yellow card there. City showing a bit of frustration. So we're going to go around the ground and have a look at some scores that are happening from the rest of England. So Earlier in the Premier League, it did finish Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, Chelsea 1. It's currently at half-time, Manchester City 1, West Bromwich Albion 1. Queen's Park Rangers in the Championship, it's finished QPR 0, Stoke City 0. Latest scores going into the second half, it's Barnsley 0, Preston North End 1, Bournemouth 0, Wycombe Wanderers 0, and Bristol City 0, Millwall 1. Currently some half-time scores. Also in the Championship, it is Nottingham Forest 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0, and Watford 0, Brentford 0. Into League 1, it's finished Gillingham 0, Accrington Stanley 2. Currently a later score, Blackpool 2, Hull City 2. It's finished Crewe Alexandra 2, Plymouth Argyle 1. Later score, Doncaster Rovers 2, Swindon Town 0. Lincoln City 0, Shrewsbury Town 1. Sunderland 1, AFC Wimbledon 1. Wigan Athletic 0, Rochdale 4, as Blackpool have just scored and taken the lead against Hull City. It's a 93rd minute winner there from Blackpool after Hull City equalised in the 89th minute, so a bit of a crazy finish to that at Bloomfield Road. Charlton Athletic versus Bristol Rovers has been postponed. Ipswich Town 1, Burton Albion 1. MK Dons 0, Peterborough United 1. Oxford 0, Northampton 0. And Portsmouth 0, Fleetwood Town 0. Into League 2, it's a couple of full-time results. Morecambe 2, Leyton Orient 1, and Carlisle 1, Mansfield Town 0. Some later scores in League 2, Oldham Athletic 2, Walsall 3, Port Vale 1, Forest Green Rovers 1, Salford City 1, Newport County 0, Scunthorpe United 2, Barrow 1, Cambridge 0, Colchester 0, Cheltenham 0, Bolton Wanderers 0, Crawley Town 1, Bradford City 1, Exeter City 1, Harrogate Town 1, Southend United 1, Grimsby Town 1, and Tranmere Rovers against Stevenage has been postponed. Into Scotland, Scottish League Cup, currently Dunfermline Athletic 0, St Johnstone 0, and Alloa Athletic 1, Hibernian 0. To Germany in the Bundesliga, Manchester City's last 16 opposition, Mönchengladbach have been in action. They've been away against Eintracht Frankfurt. That's finished 3-3 as a full-time result. Other scores in the Bundesliga, Hertha Berlin 0, Mainz 0, Stuttgart 0, Union Berlin 1, and Werder Bremen 1, Borussia Dortmund 1. As Cambridge United have just taken the lead against Colchester United, and Salford City have conceded, and so it's Salford City 1, Newport County 1. Into Spain, we've got the Copa del Rey, Pulpuino 1, Lugo 2. That's a full-time result. These are all full-time results that I'm mentioning. Catalonia 0, Real Valladolid 5, Marchamelo 2, Huesca 3, Portugalete 1, Ponferradina 0, Sestao 0, Tenerife 2, Tamares 0, Osasuna 6. Ciudad de Lucena 0, Sevilla 3, and later scores Orense 0, Leganés 0, and Coria 2, Real Oviedo 2. Into the National League in England, it's Notts County 1, Stockport County 0, Solihull Moors 1, FC Halifax 1, Torquay United 0, Dagenham and Redbridge 1, and Weymouth 2, Wrexham 0 is in England. Into Serie A, finished Udinese 0, Crotone 0, and Benevento 1, Lazio 1 is a latest score. As that keeps you up to date with all the scores from around Europe. So thank you for tuning in to JSGC's Round the Ground. And yeah, we'll be back again for the second half for our live watch along. As we're only 3 likes now away from 100 likes. So I think now's a good time for me to put in a few of my promotions. So like I said, we're aiming for 100 likes. So we're only, 3 likes away from 100 likes. So any help towards that would be much appreciated by me. Don't forget also to leave, to subscribe as well. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. That would be much appreciated by me. Aiming for 15,000 subscribers. We're less than 700 subscribers away, so if you're new around here and watching this, please do subscribe. Don't forget also social media links in the description below and on the banner below if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below and on the banner too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries. And don't forget also, go and download the OneFootball app. You can find the link to that at the top of my description. That'll take you to the download page to download the OneFootball app. That will really help in creating the future content that is created on the JSGC channel. So go and check that out too. You can stay up to date with all the latest football scores, statistics, also the latest news and transfer news and things like that. The best footballing app out there. Go and download OneFootball. But seeing interaction on the chat, lots of unhappy fans out there. Unhappy with Rodri, unhappy with Jesus not really getting involved in the game, unhappy too with Manchester City being far too passive, some unhappiness towards mainly the strikers, but unhappiness towards Pep Guardiola too. But it's just been all poor from Manchester City. Really poor from City. Need to step up their game. They just need to be quicker. Need to be a lot quicker, a lot more dynamic, and look like they really want to win this game. Because at the moment, the desire isn't really there. They don't look like they want to make a statement. They don't look like they want to go out there and win this game. And that is the problem that we've got in this game. We're being too casual. We're not being ruthless. We're not being clinical. We're not showing that we are one of the best teams in the world, and we need to do that. We need to do that more, and we're just not doing that. And in the end, we've allowed West Brom to get back into the game. Once we're going 1-0 up, we should be striving towards going 2-0 up. If we get to 2-0 up, we should be striving towards going 3-0 up. And it's just been really disappointing from City, and they need to sort that out in the second half. We don't win this game. If we don't manage to win this game in the second half, I'm going to be very, very concerned. Minimum, I want City to be finishing in the top 4. If we're not beating West Brom at home, I'm concerned. Very concerned. We need to sort this out. We need to pull our fingers out and really perform in this second half. I will judge more in the second half. I do agree. Jesus isn't having any impact. I could barely tell that he was playing. I understand him dropping deeper to try and get involved in the game, but at the moment, we're needing goals. We're needing a striker that's really going to be in the face of the West Brom defenders and forcing them back. So Aguero will be coming on for me. I feel like we're needing a bit more creativity in the middle. I've been looking towards a Bernardo Silva. I'll be looking towards possibly a Riyad Mahrez or something, just to try a little bit of trickery, try something a little bit different, just to test that West Brom defence as the game starts to develop. If things aren't working out, I'd be looking for more pace to be going at them tired legs. Trust me, them West Brom legs will be tired. 77% possession to Manchester City. There's a lot of work off the ball for West Brom as it gets towards the 70th. Towards the 70th to the 80th minute, them legs will start to get tired. So having pace on the bench to come off could really be effective in this game. And so someone like Ferran Torres could really work for Manchester City. Too slow. Far too slow for Manchester City. Need to pull themselves together and sort this out in the second half. Dad, I'm concerned as well. I said the concerns are there. I can't address my concerns though until we go into the second half. As Aaron will be disappointed as Preston's now 1-1. The wide players are too narrow. Just really poor. Right, I'm going to go and get my second drink. So I'll be back in a moment. So in the meantime, we'll roll the OneFootball promo on why you should download the OneFootball app, and I'll be back after. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. We're back. Second drink. Yeah, second drink. Just what we wanted. Just what we wanted. As we're actually, players are out for the second half now. Having someone like David Silva would be really effective. Life moves on. City aren't moving on. As it'll be Man City getting us underway for this second half. City need to be a lot better in this second half. A lot better. Waiting for the referee to blow his whistle to start the second half. And he does, and we are underway. I think we need a Mahrez and an Aguero on. Hello, Carrie. Thanks for tuning in. Imagine conceding to... I don't think West Brom's played bad at all, if I'm honest. They've been a lot more positive than what I was expecting. And City looking to try and be a little bit quicker with their passing straight from the off here. Gallagher just clears his lines and clears the ball out of play for a throw in there to Manchester City. And we'll get confirmation of Cancelo's yellow card at half-time. Nathan Ake now. Much better this from City in terms of movement. Getting the ball forward as quickly as possible. It's Raheem Sterling driving at the defence, trying to pull it across. It's a good dummy. Plays it out. There's a shot comes away and it is cleared by West Brom. I'm good, thanks, Carrie. How are you? I'd feel better if City were winning, but there we go. Concerned. There's a decent ball across. Jesus can't pick up the ball, and Sam Johnstone can. Good to hear. Good to hear. Hello, Fabian. Thanks for tuning in. As West Brom take a long throw, and it's cleared out for another throw-in to West Brom now. Just outside the Manchester City penalty area. West Brom's taking their time. As Pep looks very concerned. I don't get how Pep can say, doesn't think we need signings, is happy with the squad. Thank you, Fabian, much appreciated. Oh, like it was a corner, and it is a corner to West Brom now. So a chance here for West Brom to potentially try and cause City more problems. As a corner comes in from West Brom. It's cleared by City. Headed back across. Ake can fully clear his lines now. As the headed ball comes back in, Ake does deal with it. Gallagher, though, gets into a decent position here for West Brom to put a ball across. And just about dealt with there by Manchester City and Benjamin Mendy with his chicken haircut. City can come away with it now through Ederson. He rolls it out. Phil Foden, he's just bundled over, and that will be a free kick there to Manchester City. Bit of a tactical foul, that one. Snuff out the danger and bundle Phil Foden over. Nothing more than just a free kick, though, to City. I'm wondering how long, if the scoreline stays the same, how long it'll take for City to go to their bench, as Nathan Ake has the ball with City. Phil Foden, Gundogan now, back to Foden, Rodri, De Bruyne, to Raheem Sterling. Can Sterling get a shot? There's a bit of space. He's searching, and it's intercepted by West Brom. Romaine Sawyers now can come away with the ball. There's a good bit of play by West Brom, and they can come away with the ball. Although a poor touch there means Manchester City can win the throw-in just inside their own half. Ferran Torres is not playing. As Nathan Ake takes the ball, trying to drive City forward. De Bruyne now, nice flick into Foden on the left-hand side, plays the ball across. There's nobody there for City. Will be picked up on the right-hand side by Raheem Sterling. Nearly takes a heavy touch, but keeps hold of the ball. Out to Rodri now, edge of the area. Phil Foden trying to drift in, looking for space. Finds Mendy on the left-hand side. Back to Foden. De Bruyne now. Into Rodri. Works the ball well across here now. Cancelo tries to play a ball across. It's punched by Sam Johnstone and behind for a corner to Manchester City. Better from City, showing more attacking intent. But City just seem to work the ball wide, get it to the players like Mendy, to Cancelo, get it out wide, then put the balls in. The balls aren't great. Get it to Sterling, get it to Foden, get it to De Bruyne, and again, balls in. Not great, as it's not a bad corner in. Beats everybody though. Phil Foden to Benjamin Mendy. Very heavy pass into Jesus, which Jesus does well to control. Ball is given away by West Brom though, and City can come away with it once more through Rodri. Jesus now. Back to Rodri. Has a shot. De Bruyne wanted it. Instead goes flying over the bar. And a bit of a wasted opportunity that Rodri apologises for as we enter into the 52nd minute here. Bit concerning this for Manchester City as we've passed 100 likes, which is absolutely fantastic. So thank you everyone for that. That is much appreciated by me as Pep's looking to try and animate his players. Don't forget, if you're watching this, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and go and download the OneFootball app through the link at the top of my description. Sam Johnstone goes long for West Brom. Flicked on by West Brom, winning that first aerial duel. And they can win the ball, actually, and enter into the Manchester City half. Can they launch an attack? It's intercepted by City. Although West Brom press and get the ball back. Although a poor ball across means it can be intercepted by Cancelo. It's all a bit scruffy, so to speak, from City. As De Bruyne just calms everything down and plays a ball back to Nathan Ake, which allows City to get their shape back. West Brom with literally all 11 players behind the ball in their own half here. Rodri in the middle. I'm not a real fan of this Rodri, Gundogan and De Bruyne midfield. I just don't think there's enough creativity there. There's a decent chance that for City was played through to De Bruyne. He cannot get a clean shot away after a good exchange of passes between him and Foden. But De Bruyne just scuffs his shot and it does go wide, and West Brom can breathe another sigh of relief. City need to be clinical, they need to be better, they need to be much better than what they're being. It's very frustrating, this, very frustrating. Sam Johnstone goes long once more. Once again, header won by West Brom, and they can pick up the ball inside the City half, causing problems with some good balls in from Johnstone. Putting them into challenging areas, and they're winning the flick-ons, they're winning the headers, they're being very physical here, West Brom. City just struggling to contain a little bit. There's a mistake from a slip in the middle, means City can be set away now. Raheem Sterling drives forward. It's forced out wide though to Gabriel Jesus. Ball is slowed up and West Brom can get their players behind the ball once more here. But City with Cancelo looking to try and make something happen. Tries to play a pass. It isn't really there and West Brom do just pick up the ball and drive themselves forward. Sensible bit of play this from West Brom. Just keeping hold of the ball. Although a really poor pass means De Bruyne picks up the ball in a dangerous area. Tries to thread a pass through. It's a dodgy bit of control and Gundogan can get a shot which is blocked well and out for a corner there to Manchester City. All a bit sloppy this. This is very sloppy from both sides. Thank you, Dad. Yeah, I appreciate it. So a corner here to Manchester City. Through the first 10 minutes or so of the first half. Corner comes in. It's headed across and just over the bar by Gabriel Jesus. A real opportunity that from City. Ball was played to the back post. It was a deep ball in. Jesus wins the header. It's just over the bar. Had a good bit of direction on it. And it's desperately unlucky. Another foot below and that's 2-1 to City. Thank you, Hassan. Sam Johnstone isn't sure. He's stretching. He's fully diving for that top corner. There's a goal kick. Johnstone hoofs the ball forward once more. Mendy does win the header. City winning a header for once. West Brom clear their lines. Ederson should mop that up and does mop that up and somehow keeps hold of the ball and just hoofs the ball forward and finds Jesus. What is happening? A heavy touch from Jesus means that City will... Is that going to be a free kick or a corner? I think it's probably going to be a free kick to West Brom. Ederson, I think, just wanted to put that ball out of play. Ends up getting stuck in his legs and keeping the ball. So he just puts the ball forward into a dangerous area. Jesus manages to get a touch and O'Shea takes the touch. Oh, City have got the corner from it. So Foden puts the ball into a decent area and it's headed off the own head. Foden heads it back across. It's into a decent position. Back post. Chance here for City. Good save from Sam Johnstone. Decent save from Sam Johnstone. West Brom now can clear the line. The referee will stop the play though as a City player is down. Jesus is down. Looking a bit uncomfortable as a West Brom player also is just crouching down. Looking in a bit of discomfort as the physio will come on. Good save though from Sam Johnstone. Jesus desperately unlucky once more from the corner. Sam Johnstone is the ex-Manchester United player. Raheem Sterling getting a good shot away. Good closing down. Good goalkeeping that from Sam Johnstone. Putting a decent effort. Decent performance here. Aguero warming up as Jesus remains down. Is Aguero the man to break the deadlock here for City and make something happen? Wasn't expecting West Brom to be this stubborn. I was expecting this to be a bit of a formality for City. Much like the Burnley game, like the Fulham game. West Brom, though, showing more grit, heart and fight. Not making this easy. It looks like Jesus' gum or tooth or something is bleeding there. Jesus eventually does get up. It should be okay to continue. I think they're just trying to stop the bleeding. I don't think he's managed to stop it too much, though. Mouth looks a little bit of a mess. Aguero just watches on. Ferran Torres is also warming up for Manchester City. Sam Johnstone now will resume play again for West Brom and hoofs the ball forward. Mendy wins the header. West Brom win that second ball. Nathan Ake now trying to win the ball. It's ping-ponging around. It's picked up well, though, by Ilkay Gundogan. Plays a ball forward. Good bit of defending from West Brom. Tries to bring forward from Ilkay Gundogan. Sam Johnstone reads the danger and just hoops the ball forward and out of play for a throw into Manchester City. I can't see them banning heading because it's part of the game. It is part of the game, just how it is. As Nathan Ake picks up the ball for Manchester City. To Ruben Dias now. West Brom once more with 11 players behind the ball. Defending their 1-1, their point at the Etihad Stadium. And what a point it will be for them. City here need to do something different. We're through an hour near enough and City still haven't made their substitutions. Any substitutions. Pep being a bit reluctant. As Gallagher intercepts for West Brom. Clears the ball. Should be won by City and is eventually. Rodri now. Foden. Rodri. Nathan Ake. Phil Foden. Ruben Dias. City prepared to be patient. Still another 30 minutes to go. We're through 2/3 of this game. It is Manchester City 1. West Bromwich Albion 1 here at the Etihad Stadium. Raheem Sterling now. Not too much movement off the ball from Manchester City. City a bit uncertain on how to deal with teams that are sitting more defensive and deeper. Bit out of ideas, lacking creativity, missing David Silva, missing a little bit of a tick along in the midfield. It's not really working this for City. Going through the game and you're trying to force something to happen. You've got one of the best strikers to have ever graced the Premier League in Sergio Aguero sitting on the bench. Be more inventive, change the formation. Instead of speaking about a like for like or a Aguero on, a Jesus off or something, how about an Aguero on for a defensive midfielder? Get two up top. West Brom's legs seem to be gone. The attacking intent's kind of gone. The threat, I feel, is not there. I now feel like it's more of a Manchester City playing against a defensive side. And I feel like we need to risk losing this game to try and win it and really push for it. Get a second striker on. That will force the West Brom defenders back even further. That will create the space for the midfielders, for the Fodens, for the De Bruynes, for the Gundogans. There's a crossfield pass there. Is dealt with well by... wasn't dealt with well by Manchester City. It's headed straight back to West Brom. And Phillips has a shot which goes harmlessly wide in the end. Bit of poor defending that really from Joao Cancelo. I don't think Joao Cancelo has had too great of a game in this game, unfortunately. He's had a fair few decent games for City, but this game hasn't really been the best for him. As Man City have had a lot more attempts in the second half, and the majority of them have been off target. Ilkay Gundogan scored for Manchester City after 30 minutes. In the 45th minute, it's either an Ajayi goal or it's going to be ruled as a Ruben Dias own goal. We'll have to see what happens. It's a poor pass by Manchester City. It's intercepted by West Brom's many players in their midfield and defence, and they can come away with the football. They play it all the way back to Sam Johnstone. When will Manchester City make that substitution? When will the Sergio Agueros and the Ferran Torres and the Bernardo Silvas and the Riyad Mahrez come on? Foden. Ake now. Back to Foden. Ake. Ruben Dias. City once more just being a bit passive and slow. Drive at that defence, test them, make something happen. You make your own look, a bit of a deflection there, and Sam Johnstone once more, quick off his line, gathers up that ball and keeps the possession there for West Brom. Definitely need some attackers on. City just being a bit concurrent, a bit slow. More ideas, make something happen, really force the issue. I'm convinced 27 minutes of a Man City barrage will get a goal or two out of that. If I wasn't concerned at half-time, I'm sure a lot of people will now. Nearly through the first 20 minutes or so here. It's frustrating. City still passing the ball and moving the ball. Trying to make something happen. I wasn't expecting this to be a great game. Instead, with West Brom keeping it nice and tight and close, it's making it into a good game for the neutral. It's making it a very nervous game, though, for Manchester City fans. Nathan Ake now. Where's City's relentlessness and ruthlessness gone? It's just completely disappeared. Gundogan driving forward. Rodri into Cancelo. Gundogan wants the ball. Rodri plays a ball across. Mendy's in a good position. He can't control the ball, and it's just picked up once more by Sam Johnstone. Only 25 minutes remaining of this game. Pep needs to be getting them subs on. Mendy should probably be doing better to control the ball. It's just too heavy under a little bit of pressure. Pep looks very frustrated. Very frustrated. Some solutions on the bench and he's not using them, so I'm frustrated. City do dispossess West Brom and come away with the ball once more. Mendy on the left-hand side for City, bringing it forward. I don't think we need like for likes. I think we need attackers on for defenders and defensive midfielders right now. A Rodri for an Aguero would probably be my change. Drop Gundogan a bit deeper. De Bruyne puts a ball in. It's not a great ball. Picked up and Foden tries to go for an overhead kick there. Isn't really on and goes harmlessly wide and out for a goal kick. Bernardo warming up now. Warming up, but no one actually coming on. West Brom defending deep and defending well, holding City firm, forcing Foden backwards. Not a great ball, and it is intercepted by West Brom and cleared and out for a throw into Manchester City. I just don't feel like the pendulum's swinging. I just don't feel like there's going to be a goal anytime soon. Just don't feel like City are knocking on them. Just don't feel like anything's happening. It's so frustrating. Mendy forced to play a crossfield pass backwards all the way back to Ruben Dias, who was nearly inside his own half. Raheem Sterling on the right hand side. Rodri. Ruben Dias now. Phil Foden dropping deeper. Rodri. Needs to be a bit quicker this from City. Where's the overlap? Sterling heads it forward. De Bruyne plays the ball across and it's a good save from Sam Johnstone, and it is out for a corner, which De Bruyne showing that intensity, wants to take this corner right now for Manchester City. Rushing it back, rushing his play. I was hoping he wouldn't allow the West Brom defenders any time to breathe and put a corner in, but they've had a few seconds. Puts a corner in. Not a bad ball in, but it is dealt with by West Brom. Gallagher challenging Manchester City. Doesn't win the ball for West Brom though. Mendy comes away with the ball. To Gundogan now. Come on, Manchester City. Keep driving. Aaron definitely won't be happy as Barnsley go 2-1 ahead against Preston now. Phil Foden. Kevin De Bruyne. Ilkay Gundogan. Driving forward for City. Raheem Sterling now. There's an overlap of Mendy. Does eventually decide to use him. Squares it back across. De Bruyne. Nothing really on. Can he get something? It's intercepted his pass. Phil Foden now. There's a reluctancy here from Manchester City. Just won't pull that trigger and make something happen here as we're nearly 70 minutes into the game. We're drawing 1-1 against West Brom, who are in 19th place and struggled all season, and we've still made no substitutions. It's getting from frustration towards anger as City have a shot and it just goes flying over the bar. Now is the time. Make some substitutions, Pep. For it's too late. Pep holding back, reluctant just to change anything. Good save that from Johnstone. Covering his near post. Could easily just snuck in that from De Bruyne. Speaking of substitutions, it looks like it might be, yeah, it's going to be Austin coming on for West Brom. It's West Brom making subs, not Manchester City. What's going on? What is going on? Why is Pep not making subs? What is he doing? Mahrez, Bernardo Silva, Sergio Aguero, Ferran Torres for quality attacking options for City, sitting on the bench. Get them on the pitch. Anyway, City coming forward here. Rodri stumbles on the ball. Why is Rodri still on the pitch? We don't need a defensive midfielder on the pitch right now, as that'll go out for a throw into City midway through the West Brom half here. Mendy takes it quick. So Raheem Sterling is now on the left-hand side and De Bruyne on the right-hand side. Rodri, Cancelo, Foden in the middle. De Bruyne on the right hand side. Ball goes in. Not a great ball in, but it does go behind for a corner here to Manchester City. What can City do? That's why I feel like you need fans just to really spur the team on. As the ball tries to dink in, just not even put a ball into the box. It's just rubbish, and West Brom just come away with the ball through Austin. What is happening? What is happening? This has been horrendous from City. It's just been really poor. One of the worst performances that I've seen of the season, this. One of the worst. That went out of play. There we go. Linesman doesn't give it. Man City press and force the issue here. Sterling now. To De Bruyne. Foden. Gets it onto his left foot, will be tackled and is cleared by West Brom. So there's 18 minutes left. Still no subs from City. This is frustrating. Didn't think that was a free kick yet. Referee agrees, doesn't give a free kick, and West Brom get themselves a throw in inside their own half. Just walking himself forward there. It's just the throw-in wasn't there. Referee forcing West Brom back a little bit. Why are we not making any subs? How's the game? Frustrating. Very frustrating. It's all Man City with the ball. Not really making anything happen up top. We've not got too much creativity there. City huffing and puffing without getting anywhere. It's almost like Man City were happy with the goal and were confident in themselves to keep a clean sheet. Deal out. I wish I was kidding, but no, it's 1-1. Gundogan now. Mendy. Well, that might have gone out of play anyway. I think the thing's gone up. And finally, City will be making a substitution. Sergio Aguero will be coming on. If this isn't for a defensive player, I'm going to be fuming. This game stinks of two up top. No subs? No. We're just swapped 16 minutes or so remaining of the game. 16 and a half minutes. City still haven't made any subs. Set to make their first sub now. Aguero set to come on. Sterling. De Bruyne. There's always a West Brom player there to intercept or get a foot in or do something here, as Phil Foden does really well to get the ball back here for Man City. Gundogan now finds some space for himself, tries to thread a ball through to De Bruyne. It can't. It's cut out well by West Brom, and they force the issue and go long and out for a throw in here, and a chance here for City to make the sub, although I think they've taken the throw in quickly, so the sub won't happen just yet. Ajayi having a great game for West Brom at the back. It's got their deflected goal for West Brom as well here. Ilkay Gundogan, Raheem Sterling to Gundogan. What can City do? Tries to play a pass. It's poor and out, straight for a goal kick to West Brom. Second bottom. As Kyle... Why is Kyle Walker... It's 1-1. Why is Kyle Walker coming on? I think City might be changing the formation up a little bit, as Mendy's coming off. And Phil Foden's coming off as well. So Cancelo's going to go at left back. Kyle Walker's going to go at right back. And it's going to be Foden off, Aguero on. So it will be 2 up top for City. I don't get why Rodri's still on the pitch. I know it gets a fair bit of criticism, and I'm a fan of Rodri because I think he's a good player. However, this game doesn't need a defensive midfielder. Where this situation and game is at right now, this game does not need a defensive midfielder. We would be better putting on a creative player, either Bernardo, Ferran or Mahrez. We've wasted a sub bringing Walker on. Here's Raheem Sterling. What can City muster up? Last 15 minutes. Ilkay Gundogan now. Kyle Walker. Raheem Sterling on the right hand side. Can Sterling do anything? Drives forward. Back to Walker. Takes a heavy touch. Manages to control it. Ball gets dinked in. It's cleared by West Brom. Always got an extra player there here. West Brom sitting very deep. City working the ball out on the right hand side. It's intercepted though by West Brom, although lucky deflection there for City means they come away with the ball once more. Walker, Man City just going for their crosses once more. De Bruyne trying to get the extra touch in, trying to force or make something happen. Isn't really there. City though do win the ball back, because West Brom stopped sending players forward. Now they're under constant pressure, but they're happy. It's 1-1. They've got a point right now. It's up to City to change this. Gundogan now. I was just thinking, actually, West Brom are in an ideal situation right now. As Walker has a shot and it's drilled and headed over the bar. Decent effort that by Walker. Johnstone looked concerned, headed over the bar for a corner to Man City. West Brom actually are in an ideal situation where if they want to carry this on for another 10 minutes or so, City will send everyone forward, and there is an opportunity on the counter-attack for them to actually pick up 3 points. This is an ideal position in this game right now for West Brom. They need to hold firm though and not concede. Corner comes in. De Bruyne doesn't beat the first man. It's disappointing. Cleared by West Brom. Picked up again by Manchester City. De Bruyne puts another ball into the box. It's cleared by West Brom and out for another corner to Manchester City. As Dad, if he's watching this, will be delighted as Bolton have just taken the lead. Scratch of my head, because this is what this game's been like. It's been frustrating. Corner for City. What can they do with the ball? Can they get a good ball in? It's not the worst of balls. It's headed though on by Aguero and out into the hands of Sam Johnstone once more. Looks like it is arm actually. So Aguero knew nothing about it. Johnstone just holding on to the ball. And hoops the ball long. Ake wins the header. City come away with the ball. First objective. Ball goes long. Aguero tries to control it with his head. West Brom, though, do pick off the City potential attack and just try to slow the play down. couple of heavy touches there, and that looked like it should be a free kick for Manchester City, and is. Yellow card, that in my opinion as well, as Romaine Sawyers looks frustrated. A couple of loose passes that from West Brom, pretty poor. As West Brom make their second substitution of the game. So both sides have got one sub left to use. Jake Livermore goes off for West Brom. And it will be Krovinovic that comes on. Okay, less than 10 minutes or so here for Man City to try and get this second goal to get the lead once more. De Bruyne, after Ilkay Gundogan takes the quick free kick. It's Walker now to Raheem Sterling on the right hand side. Tries to drive and get a corner for City, and does. Corner for City. It's not a bad ball in. It's flicked on, and West Brom try to clear their lines. It's a heavy pass from Cancelo, and out for a goal kick to West Brom. Jedi just been frustrating, really frustrating from City. Really poor. A lack of ideas. They don't know how to break down a stubborn defence. Ball's hoofed forward from West Brom. They might even come away with the ball here, although City do well to keep hold of the ball. And potential of a counter-attack here. De Bruyne, can he get his crossing right? No, good bit of defending actually from West Brom. As De Bruyne has another shot and it is blocked. And that's going to be a free kick to West Brom from Nathan Ake. Great. Great. As Aaron, if he's watching, Preston have lost 2-1 and Bolton have won. Up to 110 likes, so thank you everyone for that. Much appreciated. If you're enjoying the content, subscribe, please. Aiming for 15,000 subscribers. May as well have some positivity from this from this evening. And also, you want to stay up to date with all the latest football news, transfer news, latest score statistics and everything like that, then do download the OneFootball app. Do that through the link at the top of my description. That would be much appreciated. As Bolton have won. I'd do anything for Manchester City to win right now. Very frustrating this. Cancelo on the left-hand side, trying to drive forward. Once again, West Brom's defence just holding firm. And Cancelo, he's had a really, really poor game. I don't think Ake and Cancelo have had very good games at all. City coming forward here. Raheem Sterling now. Kevin De Bruyne. Raheem Sterling. De Bruyne. Rodri. Cancelo. City in a good attacking position here. Can they make anything happen? It's a good ball by Cancelo. De Bruyne tries to dink a ball in. It's cleared by West Brom. Poor clearance though. Straight to Cancelo. Not really finding touch now, West Brom. Sitting very, very deep. Rodri plays a ball out well to Kevin De Bruyne. Relegation battle on. Get looking at League One. It's poor. And cleared once more by West Brom. So frustrating. Walker driving forward. West Brom backing off into the penalty area. What can he do? Nothing is the answer, and it's cleared. Robinson, I agree. We do need a goal. It's poor from Gundogan. Has he got a free kick there? I think he's lucky if he's got a free kick there. Not too. It's gone out for a too heavy of a touch. It's gone out for a goal kick. It's not a free kick, that in my opinion. I think the referee's given a free kick. It's in a dangerous area, this, for City. There's minimal in that. Absolute minimal. If Man City score off this and I'm a West Brom fan, I'd be fuming. I'd be furious. The weakest of weakest free kicks given here for City. 5 minutes remaining, though. City needs something. Can City make something happen here? Love the new tactics of free kicks. Put a player behind the wall on one knee. So it's definitely in shooting range. 25 yards out, central to goal. De Bruyne standing over it. Opportunity this for City. What can Kevin do with the ball? De Bruyne gets a shot away. It's a good save from Sam Johnstone. Beats it out. Good effort from De Bruyne. Good save from Johnstone. That's gone out of play for a throw into West Brom. Sensible option that from De Bruyne. There's a gap to the wall for him to go through the gap. Johnstone has everything covered and makes a good save. So a good height for him. So unless he makes the mistake, I wasn't going to go in, as West Brom make their third and final substitution here. 4 minutes remaining for them. This is one of, if not one of, this is one of the worst results of the season. A home match against 19th place West Brom, a struggling West Brom side, to draw at home is a really bad result. As Matt Phillips goes off, I'm not too sure who's coming on for West Brom, as City just volley the ball clear. I did hear about Gerard Houllier, very sad. Rest in peace to Gerard Houllier. City intercept well here. Chance here for City. Raheem Sterling driving forward. Aguero's in a great position. Aguero gets a shot and it's wide. If there's a player you wanted there, it's Sergio Aguero. What a position. He slices at it, Aguero. Not a clean connection. Wide and out for a goal kick to West Brom. Ruben Dias now picks up the ball for Manchester City, coming forward. Walker on the right hand side. Where's the movement from City? Why have we not made all our subs? Why is there 2 minutes remaining and we've still not made all our subs? Drawing 1-1 against a team that's 19th place. It's it's criminal. Absolute criminal. De Bruyne. Thank you, Fletcher. What can City do? Getting towards added time. What can City do? Can City do something? As Zake's dispossessed here. West Brom just running forward now. What can they do? Where's the intent? They're just going to slow it down. Of course, they're just going to slow it down. Keep hold of the ball. They play a ball forward. Didn't need to do that ball, and Ederson will pick up the loose ball and City can have possession. A bit of a waste that for West Brom. Didn't need to do that. Rodri off me. I'm terrible at football. I won't put me on. Rather a Mahrez or a Bernardo Silva or a Ferran Torres. A Ferran Torres running these tired legs. Should have been on 10 minutes ago. Good touch. Rubbish ball in from Cancelo. Rubbish. To absolutely nobody. City now. Running out of time. Pep giving instructions, but running out of time. Sam and Jay given man of the match, got the goal, scored big influence in the goal. Also defended really well for West Brom. Pep's furious as a throw-in's been given, I presume, to West Brom there. As we're going to go into added time here. How long's going to be added on? As we're going to 4 minutes of added on time. Pep animated about something. Does that look like it went out of play? And this ball just given away from City. In a great position this for West Brom to be time wasting. Although, just go straight out of play for a goal kick. So no harm done there for Manchester City. So we've got 4 minutes here. 4 minutes to try and pick up the win. What can City do with the ball? They're coming forward. It's Kevin De Bruyne. Everyone behind the ball it'll be for West Brom. City's still got a final sub to use. Why are we not using it? It's De Bruyne now. Need a pin-perfect ball in. It's a good ball in. Oh, what a save! What a save from Sam Johnstone with his feet. What a ball in. That might be the opportunity. It's Ilkay Gundogan. What a save. Another ball comes in. Back post. It's going to be won by City. Aguero can't find the feet here, and City forced to just work the ball backward. Raheem Sterling goes down under a challenge. Free kick given to City. Getting in a dangerous position. Romaine Sawyers really not happy. Bit of a weak one again as he's going to pick up a yellow card. Big opportunity again here for City in a dangerous position. That's a free kick. He brushes knees with Sterling goes down. That's a much more of a free kick than the one that was a couple of minutes ago. Great opportunity that from Gundogan. Great save from Sam Johnstone. I think he's very unlucky not to have man of the match, Sam Johnstone. What can City do here? About 25, 30 yards out from goal. 2 minutes to go. Dangerous free kick here. It's Ilkay Gundogan over this free kick. What can he do with the ball? There's a shot and it's into the side netting. Desperately unlucky that from Gundogan. Where was this intensity? Why was this not shown at the start of the second half? I just don't understand. Why are they leaving it till the 92nd minute? Sam Johnstone was beat then. That was a brilliant free kick. It's unlucky. And again, another foot to the near post and Man City are taking the lead there. I'm not even caring about the title. I'm just very, very concerned about Man City's prospects of getting into the Champions League. Drawing at home against West Brom is the type of things that cost you at the end of the season. Could cost us Champions League football for next season, heading into the Europa League, maybe not even into Europe. That's how bad this start has been for Manchester City. As the ball comes in, it's a great ball, it's a great save once again from Sam Johnstone. What a ball in from De Bruyne, and it's not being put in from City, and that will be a free kick to West Brom. That could be it for this game. That could well be it. Sam Johnstone coming up trumps here for West Brom. Definitely onside. It was a great ball in. Wow, that's easier than that's an easier opportunity for Raheem Sterling than one that Gundogan just had, and that will more than likely be that. As West Brom play a ball forward and it's out for a goal kick here. That should be that. Slaven Bilic wants the final whistle now. Time is up. One last chance perhaps here for Man City. Just give the ball to De Bruyne and see what De Bruyne can do. Everyone's sitting deeper here. De Bruyne plays it to Walker. Back to De Bruyne. De Bruyne needs to put a ball into the box. Okay. No, there it is. A full-time whistle. Finishes Manchester City 1, West Bromwich Albion 1. It's the most disappointing result this season. It's a disgraceful result, this. Absolute disgraceful result. City made to rue missed chances, a little bit of missed bad defending for the goal for West Brom, but we're facing a team that's 19th in the league. This is a really, really poor result. One of the worst results for Manchester City. For what I can think of. I can forgive losing to a team that's full of quality. We're playing at home against West Brom. And it just hasn't clicked and just hasn't happened here for Manchester City. And it's bad. It's really bad. I said at half-time, if City don't win this, then I am concerned. And I am very concerned right now. Very concerned. Forget about titles. Forget about winning the Premier League. I would say clear your heads of that. That isn't happening. Not happening. Where we're playing, not happening. Can't happen. But more of a concern now, we're thinking top 4. Top 4 with results like this is really poor. Results like this makes it just that little bit more difficult to get into the top 4. The amount of games we've got to accumulate and get through just makes it that little bit more difficult. And what I will say is you won't see many teams at the top, in the top half, dropping points at home against West Brom. I'm mad as well. Furious. This is a really, really bad result for Manchester City. This is a bad result. If I'm in charge at Manchester City and I'm looking at this, I'm thinking questions will be running around my brain. I will be asking questions. I'll be asking, why has this happened? How have we allowed this to happen? And what can you do then to make it better? And to me, I think there's lots of little problems adding up. I feel like one of the biggest problems, people will disagree with this, I'm sure, but I feel like one of the biggest problems is Pep. Making 2 substitutions, not making 3 substitutions when we're chasing the game. Then substitutions, Aguero, bringing on Walker, changing up the style. I can understand doing that, but I would have put in, and I would have put somebody else on. I would have put an attacking player on. West Brom was showing their intent that they were no longer coming forward. They were happy with their point. Attacking players should have been coming on. Walker didn't need to come on. Go for free at the back. Doesn't really matter. Take off a defensive midfielder, put an attacker on, and it hasn't really happened. I feel like Pep's got that wrong. I feel like Pep's just holding it back a little bit. Should have been, I called for 2 attackers to go in. It should have been 2 attackers. If it wasn't working, put 3rd attacker in. It's poor. It's really, really poor, this from Manchester City. West Brom's won 1 game all season, drawn 4, lost 8. Really, really poor. City up to 6 with their point on 20 points. I'm sure that will change over the midweek, and I'm sure Manchester City will be, probably back down into 9th again. We're already 3 points behind Southampton. What I will say, Southampton, if they, in this midweek, win their game against Arsenal away, and I would say, could happen. Arsenal are a pretty poor side. And if we lose on Saturday against Southampton, all of a sudden, we're 9 points behind the Champions League. That's the point that we're at now. Pep will be under pressure. He'll be under a lot of pressure. Has to be under pressure. You're in charge at Manchester City and you're looking at this. You can't be happy with this. I'm not happy with this. I'm furious. I'm absolutely furious. Absolutely furious. I think just everything's just a bit predictable. Everything's a bit boring, predictable. You know City's going to have lots of possession. You know City are going to come forward. You know Manchester City are going to look to just pass it around and try and wait for that patient, perfect goal that they're looking for, and it's just not there. I mean, we even got that goal today, and yet we've still just conceded and not lined it up with anything. nothing. It's just so frustrating. Really frustrating. And I think it's coming down to quality in the end. I think Man City are just suffering a lot from quality, and I think City need to address their issues and address them sooner rather than later. Man City lacking goals, struggling for goals, need to be out there in the market looking for a high quality striker, and that means paying a premium price. Go and pay that premium price. Lacking creativity, I feel like with Phil Foden, good player, feel like he needs more help and more support. David Silva's left, we've not replaced him. Creative midfielder, premium price. Go out there, find somebody, bring somebody in. That's what's needed. Just lacking, struggling a lot. It's difficult, this one, for City now. It's really difficult. At what point do you say that you need to change? Because how we're playing and what we're doing, we carry on like this until the end of the season. I'll tell you right now, we won't finish in the top 4. And I'm not too sure whether we would then be finishing in a European position. The way that we're playing, probably not. No consistency, no flair, nothing, predictable, sussed. Formation change needs to happen. New players need to be brought in. If not, I'm looking not just at Pep, I'm looking at the board above as well, and I'm thinking wholesale changes. Really make it a transition and move our style of play towards somewhere else. That's what I'd be looking for. I'm not going to sit here and say it's an overreaction to a bad game and we've had a bad result. This is over an accumulation over the last 2 seasons. It's been really poor. It was a poor defence of the Premier League from Manchester City last season. And this season's, in my opinion, right now, even worse. Even worse. I think discussing what's wrong at City is for another video. Not really a video I wanted to make, if I'm honest, but there we go. We'll see what happens. It's a big shock, this one. Feels like a massive defeat. Yeah, we've picked up a point, but it's just... I agree. I don't think the problem's just on Pep. I think the problem lies everywhere. I start looking at what are Man City doing right, and there isn't too much that we're doing right. I think we've been pretty poor, bar the signing of Ruben Dias. I think we've been pretty poor in the transfer market. I think we're reluctant to make subs. We're not making subs at the right time. We've been sussed. Our formation's been sussed. Everyone knows what we're doing and what we're saying. 2 defensive midfielders. I don't get why we had any defensive midfielders on. Once they decided to sit in that second half, after about 60 minutes in, it was very clear West Brom was sitting and happy for that point. City should have had no defensive midfielders on, only attackers and creative players. That's all on Pep. I'm putting this point that we've dropped 2 points today. I'm putting these drop 2 points straight on Pep, straight to the manager, because I feel like he got it wrong. That's my thoughts. I feel like he got it wrong. So let's just have a look at the stats. I'm sure it's not going to make very nice reading this for Manchester City. So City ended up having 77% possession. West Brom's had 1 shot on target all game. Got a goal. So that's an own goal, I presume, then to Ruben Dias, as that 1 shot was saved by Ederson. I could argue that West Brom could have had all 3 points if they'd been clinical. 26 shots from Manchester City. 7 on target. Excuse me. A couple of really decent opportunities for City in the air at the end. A couple of great balls in from De Bruyne, not put away. 13 corners for City. Nothing accumulated from that. Tackle completion rate at 40% from City, pretty poor. Aerial duels won at 53% compared with 47% for West Brom. The game pretty poor. Sam Johnston's had 6 saves, somehow not got man of the match for this game. They decided to give it to a JE. I'd probably given it to Sam Johnston. Been influential. City got a couple of yellow cards. West Brom with 3. And now it's such a bad result. Such a bad result. This is a horrendous result for Manchester City. An absolute horrendous result. So bad. I'm going to head on to Twitter, see what the reaction is over there. And then we'll end the live stream because I'm tired and all other things to think about other than Manchester City, if I'm honest. Got other things to think about. Let's see what the reaction is. Scandalously bad for Manchester City. Things need to change and quick. That's incredible. Man City have now dropped more games in these first 12 games this season than what we dropped in the entire 2017-18 season. Man City were absolutely ruthless in that season. The ruthlessness isn't there at City. It's not. The mentality's gone. It needs change. It needs freshening up. It needs new ideas. Pep isn't to leave. They need new backroom staff. They need new ideas there. It's just really poor. I just put it down to not so much this transfer window, but just previous transfer windows over the last 3 seasons, and why we just allowed ourselves to be in a situation where we're relying on Jesus, who isn't the most clinical of strikers, to be our only striking option because Aguero's got a serious injury. Why has it been allowed to happen? Just so frustrating, this. So frustrating. Another poor performance at home, another 2 points dropped. It's against a team that aren't very good. No offence to West Brom, but I don't feel like they're a very good side. I just feel like we've not performed or put this all on us. Anyway, thank you very much, Raymond, for the $1.99 donation. Proof that Gabriel Jesus is extremely overrated. A striker that drops deeper. I just feel like this game suited him at all, if I'm honest. This game suits a clinical striker that's going to make the difference. So much for people to think about and talk about. It's just a defeat on Saturday, and it's just poor. We're then in a position. We're only 12 games into the season. All the writing's on the wall for just a terrible season. Absolute terrible season for City. This has been one of the worst seasons. I mean, the expectations there, it's different. People always say that, well, you know, when you're looking at when City were in the past and City weren't having as much success. But when that was happening, like, the expectation wasn't ever there for Manchester City. Whereas the expectation is here. And the amount of money that Manchester City have, and the way that we play, and how we play, and who we've got in charge, everything accumulates to Manchester City finishing minimum second place. Second place. Anything else other than second place isn't a very good season at all. All of a sudden, you're looking at this and you're then thinking, something isn't right. There's something that is not right at Manchester City. We've sorted ourselves out defensively. We're not conceding anywhere near as many. However, in terms of attacking, we're not creating a lot of opportunities, and we're not putting the ball in the back of the net. And that isn't down to the manager, that's down to the player. Maybe I can blame the system, but that's certainly down to City and how they're playing. And they need to just be better. They need more quality. At the end of the day, I feel like City just need more quality, and they haven't really got that quality there. And they need to be moving the ball quicker, more shots, getting the shots on target, and really working on trying to score goals. Straight away, I'm looking at Aguero and Jesus, and I'm going to be ruthless, and I'm going to say it, and I don't think Aguero-Jesus combination is good enough. I'm happy for them two to play together and playing a 2 up top. I loved that when City a few times have flirted with playing with a 3 at the back or a 5 at the back with wing backs. That works really well, and that is, if I was Pep, that's where I'd be heading towards. I'd be thinking about making it unpredictable, 3 men in midfield, getting the 3 at the back, wide wing players, in 2 strikers, go from there and work. Do I think talk to Messi in January? I don't think Messi will solve any problems that Manchester City are currently having, if I'm honest, other than he'd boost shirt sales and boost morale a little bit. Certainly a clinical player. If I'm honest, for the amount of money that would accumulate to bring Messi in, I'd rather just shell out the £70+ million that's needed to get Haaland, and I'd go and do that. That's what I'd do. It's interesting. Really interesting right now. I think I'm going to end it there. I'm not too sure of when I'll be back. I was planning on doing a transfer update in the build-up and have that ready for Thursday. Don't feel like there's too much to be gained off me speaking through. I've not got the time, basically, to speak through what I think the problems are at Manchester City, so I'll probably just stick to the schedule and what I've got. And we'll see what happens there. We'll definitely be back again, though, on Thursday. We'll be back for that video. We'll be back again on Saturday for our live watch-along for the Southampton game. Massive game, that, for Manchester City. It's a must-win game, anything other than a win. And I think Pep's under incredibly serious pressure then. It has to be under pressure right now, if I'm honest. If I'm in charge at Manchester City and I'm looking at that, I'd be saying that isn't good enough at all after 12 games, and questions would be asked. And we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what the future holds. We've got other stuff to be looking forward to and everything. So yeah. So I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. So thank you everyone that has tuned in this evening. It's been much appreciated by me. Thank you for choosing the JSGC channel for your live watch-along coverage of this Manchester City game against West Brom. It has been very disappointing, to say the least. I'm very angry, very upset. A lot of people are very mad. I think everyone has the right to that as well. With where the position that Manchester City are in and the direction we want to be in and the ambition that the club's got, I think that everybody has the right to be very frustrated with that. We will be back again for another live watch along on Saturday, so please do stay tuned for that. We will have the link out to that on Friday evening for everyone to set their reminder, so I will see everybody on Saturday. We'll be back again for another video on Thursday for a transfer update, including what we've got an update on Erling Haaland potentially joining Manchester City. If I'm Man City going into January for the morale boost, I would be working hard to try and get that deal done. I would chuck a lot of money to get that done. You need a clinical striker. Erling Haaland's there. Go and get it done. So we will have an update on that on Thursday for everybody to look forward to. Lots of problems here for Manchester City to think about. Very frustrating evening. Like I said, I'm very happy that people have chosen me to view their live watch along for this game, so thank you everyone for that. That's much appreciated. Leave a thumbs up if you have enjoyed this live watch along. We're currently 1 like away from 120 likes, so can we hit 120 likes? That would be much appreciated by me. Subscribe if you are new around here and you are tuning in. Please press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on to be notified immediately for when I do upload, including for that Erling Haaland transfer update coming out on Thursday for everybody to look forward to. We're aiming for 15,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Less than 700 subscribers away from from that. So any help towards that would be much appreciated by me, as we smashed past them 120 likes now. So thank you everyone for that. That's much appreciated. Don't forget also social media links in the description below and also on the banner below too if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below and on the banner below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. This live watch along has been brought to you by OneFootball, so thank you very much to everybody over at OneFootball for sponsoring this video and for the opportunity. That's much appreciated. Go and download the OneFootball app to stay up to date with the latest football news, the latest transfer news, and also the latest football scores too. Go and check that out. The link to that is at the top of the description if you want to go and download the app. That would be much appreciated. That will help to support the future content that is created on this channel. And lastly, we're just going to go through all of the full-time scores from tonight, and then I will bid you all a good night. So the Premier League, it's finished Wolves 2, Chelsea 1, Manchester City 1, West Brom 1. In the Championship, QPR 0, Stoke 0, Barnsley 2, Preston 1, Bournemouth 1, Wickham 0, Bristol City 0, Millwall 2, Nottingham Forest 2, Sheffield Wednesday 0, and Watford 1, Brentford 1. Interleague 1, Gillingham 0, Accrington Stanley 2, Blackpool 3, Hull 2, Crewe 2, Plymouth 1, Doncaster 2, Swindon 1, Lincoln 0, Shrewsbury 1, Sunderland 1, Wimbledon 1, Wigan 0, Rochdale 5, Charlton and Bristol Rovers was postponed, Ipswich 2, Burton 1, MK 1, Peterborough 1, Oxford 4, Northampton 0, and Portsmouth 0, Fleetwood 0. In League 2, Morecambe 2, Leyton Orient 1, Carlisle 1, Mansfield 0, Oldham 2, Walsall 3, Port Vale 1, Forest Green Rovers 1, Salford City 1, Newport County 1, Scunthorpe 2, Barrow 1, Cambridge 2, Colchester 1, Cheltenham 0, Bolton 1, Crawley Town 1, Bradford 1, Exeter 1, Harrogate 2, Southend 3, Grimsby 1, and Tranmere Stevenage was postponed. In Scotland, it's in extra time, Dunfermline 1, St Johnstone 1, and Alloa Athletic 1, Hibernian 2. Into Germany, Frankfurt 3, Mönchengladbach 3, Hertha Berlin 0, Mainz 0, Stuttgart 2, Union Berlin 2, Werder Bremen 1, Borussia Dortmund 2. Into Spain, Copa del Rey, Pulpino 1, Lugo 2, Catalonia 0, Real Valladolid 5, Marchamalo 2, Huesa 3, Pologuetti 1, Pontevedino 0, Sesotto 0, Tenerife 2, Tameres 0, Osasuna 6, Ciudad de Lucena 0, Sevilla 3, Orense 0, Leganés 1, and Coria 2, Real Oviedo 3. And lastly, the National League, Notts County 1, Stockport 0, Solihull Moors 2, Halifax 1, Torquay 0, Dagenham and Redbridge 1, Weymouth 2, Wrexham 3. So there we go, that's all the latest for now. Thank you everyone for watching, including Mixed and Dad for moderating this chat as well. Much appreciated by me. I'll see you all again for the next video on Thursday in the live stream watch along on Saturday of the Manchester City away game against Southampton, so I'll see you all then. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, download the OneFootball app too. You can find that link at the top of my description, and I'll see you all again very soon. So I've been JSGC. Hope you'll have a wonderful rest of your evening. Try not to be too upset about this, and we'll be back again on Saturday for another watch along. So I've been JSGC. I hope everyone is safe and well. Thank you for watching. Peace. Ciao for now.